Well, I thought my daughter wanted to hang out with me and go do something, but turns out she didn't want to. So I am uh, back. Just trying to plug through some stuff here. As I said, I'm taking notes on the SP404 Mark II. I got a bunch of backups, trying to figure out what the heck this mess is and how to kind of deal with it. Um, and besides that, just trying to, I don't know, kind of just jam a little, hang out, and see what's good for everybody. Let me get a couple things going, and I was gonna remember on OBS to flip it from top chat to live chat. I don't know why the top. I mean, maybe if I had thousands of people posting messages, top chat would be helpful, but I usually find it doesn't list anything for people posting any messages, so it kind of is a bummer. I also did manage to get the dogs out, so I don't need to run out to go do that anytime soon. So we can just kind of see what's going on. I don't know if I installed it, although, yeah, well, I grabbed the Marco Polo Boom Bap Essentials 2. Haven't checked that out. I don't know. I also grabbed the R&B kits. We can kind of see what's going on in these. I don't know. I kind of dig that. Let's see what we can get for her. I don't know what speed I want yet. We'll figure it out. Well, that was off. Need a, not end. I'm going to swing this, say 54. Maybe a little bit more. Try 57. That is fun. So this must have time warp on it. Let's just chop it. Let's try threshold, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I might need regions. No. So we'd want 36 maybe, and then I can. We can hold shift and rejoin these back together. Looks like that needs to be joined. Maybe we'll do something weird with this. I know it's kind of a goofy chop, but let's pitch it down a little. Give it a try. -8. One probably just needs to be something different. I don't know, let's see how the base fits in after. Go. Let's try regions again. Nope. That looks like it might be 8. Maybe another 18. Oops. Just gonna have to do it the good old-fashioned way. Undo that. I was on the wrong one. So I kind of missed the X. We'll convert it. We can mess with it some more after. 8 minus 8 plus 4 maybe. So I think the minus 8 is going to be too low. Let's go edit all. He's a little bit more there. Gonna nudge these in. I'm not a keyboard player really, so for me having keys like isn't that big of a deal. But I think if I practice more, I probably would appreciate it. How about you? Would you prefer a key 61 over a live 2? What do we need here? I think I kind of dug out. I think I kind of dug out what I liked out of here. Maybe that. Actually, maybe both of these are good. Let's grab and I'll go region chop. Try 8. Be super lazy. That works well enough. And menu here. Definitely need a little attack. Probably some decent decay. Try going down. Yeah, I mean, I had the Force, and having an 8x8 grid where you could have 8 notes and then kind of almost do like a guitar string made a lot of sense to me because you could do chords and things really fast with it. But I don't know, like the keys on, when I got a Triton Studio, I got a key bed for that. So if I really want to like mess around with keys, I've got that. The OP1 and OPXY keys are functional, but they're not like great for playing. But yeah, I think that's the Triton Studio and the Access Virus are the only 2 key beds that I've got. When my Triton Studio died, I was considering getting a 61 key, the key 61. That's more because my daughter practices piano a lot, and I wanted to get her set up again. But I was able to repair the Triton Studio. Just needed a new hard drive. It had the click of death, so the hard drive would just keep clicking forever, and it would never let the system boot up. Turns out I just need to remove the hard drive, but I got a kit to replace the drive, and it worked fine. Do I dare see what I got over here? It's another like set of like, who knows what the heck is over here. I don't even have any patterns. What the heck was I doing? Oh man. Okay, this was a backup of a bunch of tracks I was doing just to demo DJ mode. So this is like those songs. Yeah, this is Lambic 8. Well, it's good news is for me to back up stuff off of the SP404 Mark II. If I must have had, this is at least firmware version 2, and the file names are now in here. So that the first backup I have on the SP404 Mark II is just a complete disaster. This one looks like I might actually, let's see what are the projects. Okay, so 16 there. Bad news. This is back to new sample. So this is probably like firmware 1 because the name just says new sample. And the problem is I can't export any of these things unless I go through and rename every single one of these. Man, this is annoying because I don't know, like, I know I was like testing a lot of stuff and apparently that's got like nothing on it. Yeah, I think I was testing out getting like loops and stuff to play before we had the kind of like that one-shot mode. I don't know. This is going to be a big mess. Been having a few folks on Patreon, my Patreon, ask me to export stems for certain projects. I'm even just trying to find them because I have so many projects and backup files. It's a real problem. I'd kind of like some of the stuff I like to go back to and maybe complete some songs on it. I mean, there's definitely mixing and mastering issues because I don't know, we don't have levels for anything, but yeah, like that one wasn't bad. What the heck is this? I have no idea. It's a simple. Weird. I mean, that might have been something at some point that the behavior changed a little bit. For work, right now I work as I guess my title's technical community architect. So I work with upstream communities to get them RISC-V hardware. Before that, most of my career has been in release engineering and basically owning software tool chains from I don't know, code check-in and backups, build tools to build everything, getting the build trees supported, all QA test stuff, all the way out to releasing hard content to customers and dealing with customers. So a bunch of goofy, nerdy stuff. Yeah, I'm in the US. What the heck is that garbage? Okay, I don't know what that is, but... Well, this is hard. So, yeah, I live in the U.S. I live in New Hampshire. This is definitely a track I posted on SoundCloud. You're a bailiff at a courthouse. Hopefully, you don't get people giving you too much of a hard time most of the time. I've had a lot of my friends and family went into the military, and they ended up, as they got out, became bouncers, police officers, and stuff for a lot of them. So What do you mean? I've like lived in New Hampshire. Like I'm the fourth generation born in New Hampshire, so I guess I've been forgotten about. Actually, same town in New Hampshire. Actually, um, Free Staters come here quite a bit. I actually used to live in a pretty big city. Like where I'm from is pretty small, but lived in a big city for a while. Moved into a farming area, so like I've got a um, you had to tackle a pregnant woman. Are you in the U.S. or are you in a different country? Because I was gonna say if it's this morning, it would probably have had to have been East Coast. But if it's in a different, like if you're in Europe or something, then maybe not. Oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do with this whole mess. Let's go. I'm just gonna have to kind of plug through here and see what the heck I've got. A dead empty project, which is cool. Let's delete this. In Ohio? Are you still on work or do you end up working like evenings or something? Or you're just on like a break and you're like, oh, what the heck is this goofy guy up to? Yeah, I did one of my bouncer friends. I saw him pick up a woman as she was like over his shoulders, as she was like just clawing his back, and he ran her out, and her body hit the top of a door frame. It was like, it looked terrible and painful, but I guess you get what you get. Uh, I'm sorry, man. Like it's just like sometimes people are terrible. Oh, I got a family friend that's a um what's I want to say corners. Corner is not the right word. He's a I don't know. Like he deals with end of life for people, so he's like very skewed viewpoint of like everything's terrible in life. I'm trying to tell him like it just depends on the type of people you interact with and stuff. The heck is this? I don't. I'm usually pretty good at remembering stuff I've worked on. I do not remember this at all. It's interesting. Clearly, a drum chop with some random. Probably like from an old session video. I was trying to show. Okay, at least samples have names in this project. Oh my gosh. From Boston, on a good day, if there's no traffic, I can make it to Boston in about 40 minutes. If there is traffic, it can be up to like 2 to 2.5 hours. It's one of the reasons why I don't work in Boston. That is not. I mean, there's like the previous company I worked at opened up a Boston office, and I did think about going down there, but I'd have to move my family realistically if I wanted to work out of Boston. I could probably I could make more money for a lot more money being in Boston for sure, but it's a lot more hassle, headache, and stress. So I don't know. I'd rather be kind of chilled out. I don't know. I got like so much weird stuff in here. Like none of this is even like that interesting for the most part. I don't know. Maybe I'll just export these projects. Um, yeah, for if you're in Ohio, are you near like Cincinnati or someplace else yourself? wonder if this is what the guy was asking about. It might be. I don't know why. Shift hold. Cleveland. I don't. My wife went there with her friend a while ago, but I don't think I've ever been there myself. Maybe drove through it. Took a trip out with my parents and my family out to Montana like 5 years ago. Like a road trip. And drove through a lot of the cities around the Great Lakes and stuff. Pretty cool to just see stuff, but I didn't have enough time to stop most places. On the way up, we went up around through Canada. And let me tell you, the roads around the Great Lakes in Canada are terrible. They clearly use all the shipping lanes to get stuff around over through the lakes. And in the U.S., it was mostly pretty good. So some of these are stuck saying new sample. I don't know what any of this stuff is. It seems like I got a lot of fun stuff in here, but I gotta go dig through it, I guess. Oh, who's looking for me on Discord here? This is like a Indiana Jones style archaeological dig. I mean, I guess I could, that'd be a pain. I could write all these out to, I could re-record them like back into the MPC as drum kits or something and then deal with it that way. To get my samples, I don't know, like it depends. I've got I got a Akai S950, I got the Akai VX90, the Akai Z8, and the S1000. I got a bunch of sample libraries for those, for things I've just either put myself or whatever. I've got a few synthesizers. So I got like the Triton Studio. I got a fairly good amount of soft synths and like synthesizers and stuff on like my phone and whatever. So I don't know. I'll just record off things as I feel like I'm up for it. Also, I used to have a ton of Eurorack gear. I'm just down to like two 4U cases now. I got rid of like, I don't know, 8 times what I've got now. I had a lot of Eurorack. So I used to like just hook up and like build synthesizers and like record stuff off of it, like make a bunch of patches through it, change it, keep like use the auto sampler on the MPC and then record stuff off. These days, could be loop libraries or things, but having fun with the M8 here. It's got a fairly basic, but a number of like pretty decent synths for getting sounds, and they're just kind of running it through effects and things to keep tweaking it. I don't know what the heck any of this stuff is. Oh my goodness. Like, I think this was probably a kit that I was working on. The problem is like the SP404 Mark II was naming, like in the older firmwares, it would just name everything new sample. I think Electron's doing like plenty of cool stuff. I just have not gotten into it. Like I haven't bought any Electron stuff. I was really into the Octatrack and getting one for a while, but I suspect they'll never make another one. I'd kind of get one if I didn't have so much gear already, and I say I'm trying to downsize. I might try and get rid of the rest of my Eurorack stuff. I'm not really using it much. Got a few synths and samplers I might downsize from. If I did, maybe I would think about the Octatrack. My brother-in-law he came over for Christmas, was going to show me his Digitone 2 that he just got, but I don't know, we were busy with my parents and stuff, and my sister and her family, so it just didn't happen. Well, this sounds like something like I should record the stems off and kind of goof with. Might be worth trying to flip it into something. See what this is. Sounds like I was playing with choke group ideas here on this one. I wonder if this was... I've done like a few attempts at making like drum kits for the SP404 Mark II. That sounds like a Triton Studio monkey skull hit. That's not sounding super interesting. Okay, at least this says like 09 new sample, 10 new sample. Okay, so I have to take a note here. Because some of these seem like I can at least export them without a ton of work. Apparently, I just have one sample on this, which is super silly. Yeah, that's what my brother-in-law said. He said he really likes the Digitone. There's like so many. Like those. I keep buying samplers though, so I don't know. I don't feel like this is a project worth bothering to export, so I'm just going to delete it for now, and then we'll see what the heck else we got going. This is wild. I must have been doing this initial track. So back with the SP404 Mark II in like firmware 2, you could copy over and then like hold down delete. You could tap the delete to go into erase mode. So I think what I was doing most of the time at the time was you'd build up like all your elements into one and then kind of choose to copy it over and then delete out what you wanted. Let's see. Yeah, it sounds like I made some variations and stuff. This is probably like a super old session that I did. And it looks like there's just... Might just be the one song in there. Is there anything in here? I might have been doing like weird tests in here too. Remain. Oh, I was probably recording empty pads so that I could, because the SP404 Mark II would not send MIDI output if you didn't have something on the pad. So I was probably just, there's probably no reason to have any of these at this point, because it's just all garbage. And I probably loaded these samples into Bank F so I could chop them up. All right. All right. All right, that's a little loud. Get some more industrial, hard electronic stuff going here. Maybe. I don't know how long. When I was traveling a lot, I was probably doing this stuff and just not recording it for videos or anything. I don't know. This is a bit edgier than what I usually do. It was in a bad mood. All right, interesting. So this was apparently when I was taking full like just one project and just dumping a bunch of stuff into it. Sounds like the think break. Kind of weird. Okay. I remember doing this. I can't remember if I used this someplace. Was I just using TR-Rec and like spazzing out on that? That's weird. Apparently, I gotta have some different songs in here. Well, beatboxing. Sounds a little too fast. A little too loud. Something sounds wrong here. Whatever's going on. I don't think that's supposed to be going at 129 BPM. We don't want that. We want shift, tap tempo. Oh, we're in project tempo, not bank. C1, right. But that'll sound better. Some clicks in it. It's not great. Great. Got so much stuff to figure out what all this is. Man, I did this to myself. 200 BPM's a little crazy. Possible I wanted it that fast? I don't know. Must have chopped that up. Another one. It's just a mess. so much. Yeah, these are okay. Did I make 2 projects? So this is just all. Oh yeah, 16's all tracks for DJ mode, just like old tracks I'd done. So I gotta write down all this. Say not 2, 7, and 16. All right, well, I'm gonna load, cancel, exit, shift, nope. Utility, backup, restore. Let's see what's on 4. I think 5 and 6 are a mess. So let this import. Let's see what I'm gonna do over here again. Maybe Mellotron. Violin. Start with any. What were we in? G sharp minor. Let's fix that. And -8. G sharp minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C minor. I guess. And some terrible double taps there. Let's try again. Maybe we'll double the track length. We got a little something different in here. Not really feeling that. Let's go to that one. Keys or something, maybe lead. Almost done loading here. Those have some really big samples in this backup. All right. I wonder if this was... This might have been the first samples from the first sample advent calendar I did. Yeah. This is all the first sample advent calendar stuff. Okay, so I'm going to have to write this down as sample advent calendar. Nice. I've already exported all this stuff, so it's less of something to worry about. I think there's... There's a track I did with this. And it looks like there's just garbage afterwards. So this is going to be more sample advent calendar. That is nuts. I think I was recording some like loops with what's the app? There's I was all crazy. Let's go to, I'm pretty sure backup 5 is like nothing. I think I was making a small one because I was trying to see if there was a way to get into whatever they're doing for compression. I was not able to figure. Okay, 5 is something else than I thought it was. Maybe I was just exporting projects. No, I was doing backups because I was trying to figure out, just see if there's a way to hack into it. But oh, nope, this thing is DEA dead or EMTP EMPTY empty. I can't even spell. So there's nothing here. So this is just, it's like an old test. Go restore 6. I think 6 is also empty, but let's find out. No. 6 is a big boy. Wait, did I just add 2 plugins? Didn't mean to, but whatever. That one might be a little too weird, but we'll leave it for the moment. Like the Delay Pro is going a little too crazy here, but it's all right. I think that was too big. Oh, Alistar, what's up, man? Just checking some email real quick. Got somebody that was saying they got a problem with their setup and was asking if I could help. But I don't know. So they're trying to send me a video, but hasn't made it over yet. I don't know if this is doing enough for me, but let's see what we can do. Hey, Complex, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. Did some more holiday stuff with my family. Had Christmas too. So I'm doing well. Hopefully everybody else out there is doing well, staying out of trouble. Or not too much trouble. Oh, good. This is done. I can get back to what the heck is on my SP404 Mark II backup project. Let's see what's going on. I've been trying to figure out how to export stuff here. And ooh, this must be like the default stuff. Yeah, I got 2 more days. Looking forward to see what I can hang out with my wife and daughter and do. I don't know why I have so many backups that have the default project on it. I don't know what I was thinking. This sounds like something that... Like, some of these patterns sound interesting, some of them sound terrible. Well, see, this sounds like a... I don't know if was I remixing a track? I don't know. Yeah, that chicken feed. Gotta feed those chickens, man. So what this seems to be is a copy of a earlier project that I've added more patterns into. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I have such a mess to deal with. Because, like, the problem that I've been having is a lot of the... Let me exit out here. A lot of these just say new sample. And as soon as they say new sample, you're hosed. Like, it won't let you export these tracks. This is a problem from old firmware, like 1 time, where it would just say new sample and it wouldn't give it a name. So you have to... When you import into, like, the firmware 4.0 space, it is just... It leaves a huge mess. I don't know what I was thinking. Probably wasn't. I was like, I gotta go through all this stuff and figure out what I want to do with it. And I know I've been making backups, making my own future headaches. Maybe I haven't tried loading it into the software, but it's definitely, like, not all of them have this problem, but a lot of the old backups, like, I got a notebook, I've just been going through. I could rename them, but a lot of this stuff is, like, I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I want to take the time. Because I just had some folks, like, on my Patreon, I was like, hey, can you go drop some of the old session like stems and stuff? So I was like, you know what, I should spend some time today seeing if I can do that. And it is not looking terribly promising. Like, that one is like nothing interesting. That's, I know, like, in backup 3, I think. So this thing's just like a terrible mess. And this is at the wrong BPM. I mean, I was probably just messing around trying to see what happens if you go down to 40 BPM, but that is definitely not a... Alright, this is a beat battle. I think this was probably last year. Let's see. Are these all say new sample? What the heck? They didn't used to do that. Live just dropped? Live what? Ableton Live? Or something else? Oh, live as in, yeah, I don't know. I've been having some problems. Alright, that must have been that. Oh man, this is just like all... It's my farm internet. I think BH grabbed the chickens and they went with him. My chicken internet dropped. Like some of this like isn't terrible. We're kind of having fun doing this one. That part is not so great. Yeah, the chicken version of the hamster wheel is no good. I mean, honestly, anytime there's a glitch with the internet, I just say it's Ethernet gas. I think this was just... Oh... I was working on... So this might be a variation of it. I was working on a full drum kit and basically having every one of these pads be a specific drum, and then you could have patterns to cycle through. So like they're all 1-bar patterns, so you could switch through, and you could switch through the patterns and switch through the drum kits by having only the drum kits played off of bank A. I don't know, I should finish this project up. But as you, this is an older copy of it because it's only got 2 here. I definitely recorded in far more drums. Some of these don't sound great though. It might be the drum programming's messed up. Because I'm pretty sure whatever version I've got has all the drum and bass ones I'm pretty sure like all these are filled in. This is probably an older test. Man, I got so much stuff on here. Yeah, it requires a lot of, it's going to require me some work going through this stuff, or I just have to restart some of these projects. That's like not super interesting. It's too much high end. I don't know why I'm missing so many patterns. I figured I had more patterns on a lot of this stuff. Must be doing some like chiptune stuff here or something. That was like not a super interesting project. Not much in it. This might be more sample advent calendar stuff. Given that there's something on every single track here. Yeah, these are all going to be like 24 or 30 days of kinds of sound. Oh, this sounds like the first sample advent calendar. We've heard this already. Then I'm going to guess that this is going to... I'm going to guess Project 16 is going to be another DJ thing. With all these lit up, I wonder if I was doing a... This is probably a polyphony test. Yeah. Looks like it was a polyphony test. Yeah, it's probably just loops I loaded up from someplace. Oh, wrong track. Because if I go here, it's turning them all on. I don't know. Maybe I did all... I don't remember if I did all this or just loaded up loops or something. It sounds kind of neat. No idea. Might have been doing BPM sync and time stretch stuff to see how it sounded too. That's not playing everything. I have no idea what the heck I was thinking. Okay, this is definitely a test. So what I had, you can hear, this is a drum and bass track that I did a while ago. Basically what I did was grab snippets. So like each of these is like a, I don't know, a quarter note or half note or something. And like this won't play until afterwards. This was another one that they just keep playing later and later. So like this won't play anything until the very end, and then it'll kind of kick over. So each one was to kind of overlap. I was doing a test in Ableton Live to see how many notes of polyphony you'd get, because it's listed as 32 notes of polyphony, but you have to convert these samples to you got to convert them to mono to get 32 individual notes. So if I remember correctly, these are all stereo. Yeah, they're all stereo. So I had a version of the pattern that would play both chunks and try and light all these up at the same time and see if you'd hear everything play or if you got dropouts. That's a old track. Oh, that's super interesting. We're doing nothing. Oh, this is probably just empty tracks so that I could test out the MIDI, because the MIDI didn't used to output. Whoa, what the heck is this mess? A lot of this sound is recorded off of like I have like some of the metal instruments, and I was just messing around recording in sounds to see kind of what I could play. This was just trying to show how to program rolls, maybe? I don't know. This is the Wild Arms. Yeah, the Wild Arms theme. I must have chopped it up in here somewhere. Oh, yeah. So I was just working on a flip there. Yeah, I think a built-in mic would be nice. For whatever reason, a good portion of the gear I've got has a built-in mic, but we don't get all that. Let's go. How many more do I have? I got 10, 7. I don't have 8, so I skipped 8 and 9 and go to 10. All right. Back over here while we let it do its thing, and I keep taking notes. Because I know I have a lot of sample advent calendar stuff, but I can just dump that. Like, I don't care. We got all the zip files for that stuff backed up. Well, I think this is a save and just go dump into something else now for the time being. Pick the right drive. Projects 12-30. Oh, I gotta spell correctly. Save. Well, that was quicker than I expected. Let's see if this will new project without crashing this time. It'll be a race to, I think the restore for the SP404 Mark II is going to take longer, but could be wrong. Looking good so far. Browser. Let's go grab let's go back in there. There was like some good sounding stuff in this R&B kit. That one's not bad. The desktop Roland machine I've got would be the P6 or the S1. I will probably eventually get around to picking up the MC101 or maybe and or the TR6S, but yeah, I don't know. I don't need everything. I want to do some bass first. Come on, thresholds, don't fail me. I know it's a little clicky, but we can fix that. Envelope, all. Give me an attack of something. There we go. Decay. What did I do wrong? Why are we nuked? Yeah, the P6 is pretty awesome. You get a lot of work done with that. Okay, gotta join those slices. That one's a little late. Another clicky one. I'm being super lazy though, and we're just using the envelope to do all the hard work for us. Kind of don't want the gap there, but maybe we'll leave it. We'll fill it in with something else. That one's not bad. It just probably needs a region chop. Let's go 32. Well, just whatever we get, we get. Hey, Sai, man, what's up? Need to change some of those. I didn't like a couple. I don't think the beginning here is necessary. It's this half. We'll find some other. Cut that out. That's not enough. Thought I cut that out. I feel like this could use some reverb, maybe. Let's try. I tried using Logic Pro. I've got it on my Mac, and I don't know, I feel like I fight with it more than anything else. It has a lot of nice stuff in it, but I don't know. I'm so much more familiar with Ableton Live and Reason Studio that it's just easier for me to grab those things and work with. Oh, what the heck? We are in B minor. All right. B minor. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Beatwig. I never got into it. It looks cool, but I don't know. Maybe I should check it out. Hmm. What in the heck? That was weird. It sounds really crunchy. I'm not even clipping on my mixer. Oh well. What the heck is all this mess? Well, apparently... Oh, no? So we're back to this thing again. Okay, this seems like it's just a duplicate of some other stuff I had going on here, but maybe not. Back to just saying new sample. That looks like just a test to show linked stuff going. I have been trying to figure out how much effort and work it's going to be to get exported a bunch of old projects and like session stuff that I did like 2 or 3 or 4 years ago for the SP404 Mark II. Some of the folks that I've had on Patreon have just like, or even just in the comments on YouTube from time to time, they're like, "Hey, can I get a copy of some of the stems of this stuff?" And I've been trying to figure out like even what the heck I have on all these backups, and it's a real mess. I didn't take very good notes of where stuff was, and I just kept apparently backing stuff up. So now I've got stuff everywhere, and I got duplicates of projects, which is not amazing. It's pretty terrible. I don't know why it was. Apparently, we got a note that I've got a ping pong note. Hold on, I gotta mute myself and pause the camera here for a second because my daughter's calling. All right, I am back. My daughter's trying to figure out where to go with her cousins for a breakfast lunch kind of thing. So looks like my camera got needs to be readjusted. Um, Yeah, I don't know if it's worth the effort or not. I mean, on the MPC, I got a ton of stuff that I can export super easily, but I just was like, you know what? I'm going to take some time and just kind of, while I'm messing around on the MPC in between, kind of see what the heck I got going on here. But I do have some like things I should write down as tracks that maybe I'll go like actually spend some time to redo. Like a lot of this stuff's like clearly I was making copies to do like demos or something. Like there's like some stuff in here. I'm like, I could probably export stems for loops and then just go mess with it and make something else on it. But yeah, I'm actually even not sure. Like this is a lot of stuff where I'm starting to get into what I would think is going to be more later versions, but the files naming is just terrible over here. So it's kind of a mess. Like this is all like repeats of stuff that I had backed up from before. Yeah, maybe I could also just post up on Patreon and just be like, hey, here's my backup files. You go figure it out and make it somebody else's problem. Oh, hey, Anna. Hello, and hey, and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up on the SP404 Mark II madness. What the heck is going on? My patch bay's acting up. There we go. So, yeah, I might just start, because I haven't done any sessions, SP404 Mark II sessions on like how to do like a house track or like lo-fi track or whatever in quite a while. So I mean, that's all like 2 or 3 years ago, and maybe I just let it go. There's a few projects in here that like I should finish the drum project I had going. Might have been on here. No, I've got one that I was trying to do a bunch of drum patterns, and then you could switch out drum kits. It's around here. It's in here somewhere. I'm gonna leave it. It's a big mess. So, but yeah, maybe just for folks that happen to care, I will start looking at taking MPC projects and Dirty Wave M8 projects and stuff and posting that up and getting a better habit of having a clean slate on the SP404 Mark II. Man, gotta fix my audio. But yeah, maybe I'll get into a better habit with the SP404 Mark II, because there has been a few things that I've done on here that I figured people would get a kick out of or appreciate trying to see how it's done, but it's a little obtuse to get in and kind of see what's going on with patterns. So yeah, the problem with the samples is I can't export a lot of this stuff because it just says like new sample or whatever, or backing sample, and they just all have this exact same file name. So when you go to export, they're hosed, and it seems to actually be the process of restoring from a backup. I'm starting to get a sense it's restoring from a backup that causes this kind of issue, because like this one says new sample. If I switch over, this one says new sample. Oops. Switch over, this one just says new sample, and I know I exported this as a test. I exported this project as KROJ, so project 19, just to see. I know I exported it completely fine, and just importing it from a backup seems to have messed up the file names. So it's just I'm actually starting to suspect it's not a previous firmware issue and that it might just be a backup restore issue, that it just loses file names in here or something. I'm not sure, but this is really annoying. Yeah, I might hook it up to the software and see. I'm also in the point where I'm like, maybe I just don't care that much either. So maybe I just leave it and I don't know. It's not going to cause me to not goof around with the SP404 Mark II anymore, but more, as I said, maybe it's a start a clean slate with it and just kind of go from there. I can post the backups for people that want to mess with them and let them, as I said, figure it out. But I also don't, I mean, some of these projects have 160 samples in them. I don't want to go through and rename 160 samples and just go A1, A2, A3, A4. Well, that's a ton of work. If I could program it, make a program to fix it, I'd do it, but I don't know. I'm at the end of my interest for, just about at the end of my interest for trying to do some of this stuff on the SP anyway. Let's see what's on 10. Yeah, because I just backed up my DiBiase project. So I just exported the project for DiBiase project 7, session 17, and just exported as a project. It seemed like it went fine, kept all the file names and stuff. So, and then backup 10's probably the most recent backup. We'll see. What else do we want? Any more synths in here? Probably get one more squeezed in. Yeah, the SD card does, like, I usually keep the export folder pretty clean, so it's like if I happen to grab something to back it up, then it's cool. But yeah, I think it's in a space of not working the way I wanted to. That's not landing quite right there for what I'm trying to go for, I think. Yeah, I still like the the SP404 Mark II for a number of things, but I also have told folks plenty of times I never thought I'd be making. I mean, I'm almost at 900 videos on the SP404 Mark II, which is kind of insane. I'd rather spend my time on instruments that I'm more comfortable with and enjoy. So. Yeah, I gotta. This is a problem that I find with these kits. Is they frequently have, like, the limiter is on every single, is it not? Oh, the limiter's on the main track. Everything's like so loud though, so I'm just gonna have to probably knock all this stuff down to like a much more reasonable level. Okay, why is it? I think this is a fun firmware issue. Like, it's just like, it's like losing its voices. I was just checking the patch bay. Well, given that, I don't know that I would try and make a live set with this. I'm probably gonna get back to trying to do it on the MPC 1000. That thing's rock solid. Now we can increase the level a bit. I wouldn't say it doesn't. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it does not do plenty of stuff the way I'd like it to. I'm not gonna make any excuses, but all right, this is back to a project I did like forever ago. We're peeking on the mixer. The parts of this I could probably like stem out, but we're still hitting this problem. Like if I come over to remain, it just says new sample here. It's like all this stuff's like toast. It's just locked in here. Well, guys, I'm going to take your feedback on trying the application, and I'll mess with it there, but instead, let's a project, and do we just delete all this stuff? If I want to empty one, I'm not even going to bother with it. We can start doing some fun stuff here. Go send. Zoe, I see you. What do you want? Sorry, my dog wants to sit on my lap for a minute. Yes, I'll give you pats. Yeah, I think the beta's getting there. Honestly, it is the beta or the firmware 3 is more in my mind for new users. They're putting some of the old 2.x functionality back that's much more in line with I would say how like folks that have used the MPCs forever would think, but I don't think it's all coming back. We have lost programs being separate from tracks, so your track now has your program in it. That's just the way it's going to be, or you're going to have to go to an older MPC or go to firmware 2. I'm mostly okay with it. The muting, I didn't get DiBiase's Flip Session 17 posted because I was fighting with the firmware 3 to try and create a song and export it, and it just would not work the way I needed it to. And it's possible I did stuff wrong myself. I just haven't gotten the right workflows. But yeah, if I come into like here, we can go save this project. I don't know, I guess I'm just having a lot of mini loop day today. Yeah, I'll show you like what I was doing, because I think like it could have been cool, but I don't want this internal. We want this projects. This over here. New 12-30. That's why I say like I get people not wanting the programs. Like I'm not like totally against it. There's just certain things that are easier to do if you can have multiple tracks hit the same program. But I mean, like being able to explode stuff's not terrible, and you can definitely get around. It's just it is a adjustment time, and I mean I've been on the firmware 3 for a while. When I have gone back to 2, there's a few things I'm like, I miss this functioning this way or that way. I have found they've moved some of the things as options, but let's get the flip session loaded here. And session 17. And I can give you like kind of a sense of what I was doing. Error loading the project. That's a bummer. Let's try again. I don't think I had anything super special in here, but maybe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's try and do it. This is the fun part with betas and why they can also make you mental. Places. Let's see if it'll load it this way. Nope. Oh well. Well, it's not going to load, so I can't show you. Basically, what was happening is you can, if I go into mute here, if you have all your like if you have tracks, it'll show them to you. You can hit this gear, and you can have a track mute state per sequence, so that you can then string multiple sequences together. I can do this on something I was just working on, or I can pick like an older track. Let's just do the last one. Man. I don't know why this is so slow. I probably have too many expansion packs and synthesizers, plugins, and stuff on here. Okay, so we just had this is what we were just playing. So like the way I would usually work is I'll take one track and I'll just keep like layering in stuff and make sure it still like sounds okay. So like you get this, it like forces you to kind of make sure stuff fits in there, and if it doesn't, you just start muting it to get rid of it. So what I'll do is from here, usually I'll work in 4-bar chunks at a time. Sometimes I'll do 8 or 16, but there's kind of two ways that I would approach this. One would be I would take this 4-bar loop and make it like a 16 or 32-bar loop and then record in track mute automation. Super fun to do it that way, but it's easy to kind of mess up, and then you're going to have to go in and do edits in grid view in the automation track to then go edit the mutes for where you want them to hit, and it can be kind of a pain to get into like doing very like small minute details, especially when like if you don't have any automation yet on that track, it will just set everything either like all the way on for an effect or all the way off or whatever. It's very easy to mess with levels and cause problems. So usually what I've been doing with firmware 3 has been hitting the pencil, do copy sequence. Now it would be take your next unused sequence and just go like, okay, I'm going to call this intro. This is going to be the intro that I want to build into the track. I'm going to hit mute. And actually, I guess before I do this, I'm going to need to explode this track. So we're going to go explode the drum track. So we get all the drums so I can kind of mute and unmute them separately. And that's going to leave us with a track that's now muted, but that has like all the content here. I don't care about the rest of it, so I can just delete this. So get rid of that. I'm now on my intro track. If I hit play, I've got everything going. I might want my kicks, snares, bass. What else do what do we want here? Like we might want this. And like maybe just like the synth and the keys track is our intro. So when we start, we're just playing these two. Then I can take and come in here and do a copy sequence, go to the next one, and maybe we'll call this like build A. So I'm just trying to think like, what am I doing to kind of build through? I'm going to just do this as broad strokes. So like maybe I just want for build A to actually let's just go hats. Do you not have hats? Oh, we don't have hats. Well, we need hats. I feel like I need it. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to add this. Now this would be something that would be a terrible, terrible, terrible idea to do in firmware 2, because if you add a track in like one of these sequences, it's only in that sequence and it will mess everything else up. But because we've got a track that's individually created, but will be shared across all sequences now in firmware 3. Like, I'm not killing myself or dead in the water. So let's say we want to go brand new drum track. I want to make this some hi-hat. We'll just go hats. And I know like this is gonna be like super obtuse, but if anybody's out there paying attention, cool. And if you got questions, feel free to ask. So I'm just gonna go to my sample folder and style. Go. Eventually we'll get down to, we'll do like hip hop. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We'll just hammer into a few of these. We are looking for hats. We'll take this one. I'm just going to load it, even though it might need to be filtered down. That's it. So we're just going to live with this one. Let's throw FX. Just throw a filter on it. Good enough. So I can now just like be like, okay, this is my build track. I want to add in some hats. Super boring. So I've now got my hats here. I should probably move them next to the kick. So I'll probably put it like track 3. So this just, in this view, you can kind of move where they are. And this moves it for every single one in firmware 3. Before, if you were in firmware 2, it would only do it for the sequence. And that's where you get into like super trouble, because you've now like kind of moved stuff around and potentially messed everything up that you've got. So let's say we're going into build. We want hats. We still get these two. Maybe we bring in the bass. So I can start from intro, and I can just rotate the knob while I'm up here, cue into the next sequence. And what should happen is it takes the new mutes. Now, for whatever reason, for the DiBiase flip session 17, I made all these like intro, build A, main A, drop, whatever. Kind of did all those sections. And what you can do is take those, and I'll show you, you can like load it into song mode and render it out. But when it rendered it out for song mode, it didn't preserve all of the movement that I'd done. I don't know if it was a bug or what, but we've got our build A. So now I'm going to come over, we're going to go copy sequence again. We'll call this main A. As I said, like this is like just kind of a really kind of quick and dirty way to go do this. So I can come in for mutes on the new sequence. Maybe I bring in another, actually, if we're main, we're probably bringing in the kick and the snare. So at this point, maybe we're going to, wrong one, top pencil. We're going to go copy sequence. I don't know, we'll make a drop here. I know it's probably early, but we'll go drop B. So we're going to mute. What are we dropping? Well, we've been playing the hats for a while. We've been playing these for a bit. It's probably too much. So we're going to peel off either the synth or the keys. I think it's more interesting to peel off the synth. Take the snares out. Take this out. I think that was like a crash or something. So we're going to do that for a little bit. We'll duplicate, copy the sequence over again. We'll go do another build. So now we're going into a different section of the song. We're going to come in here, mute again. So we've got the option. We could bring in the keys. I don't know why it just muted. I'm not recording any of this. Shouldn't be. Yeah, it was possible we even like drop this out. Oh, maybe we drop these two out and bring in just completely different elements. Could be bring the hats in again. Maybe drop these. I don't know. I'm just kind of goofing around. Anyway, we'll go copy the sequence again. Maybe we're in main B next. Seems a little fast, but I'm going to do that. Main B. So we're waiting for it to kind of flip. We copied it. We can bring these in. Maybe we bring this in. Go next. Copy. Do like bridge B. We'll just kind of do like an alternate extension of what we had. Do it before we start editing the mutes. We want to let it flip over, or we could stop it and just kind of force it, but we're now in B, bridge B. This could be where we kind of take all this stuff out. I don't know, I'm just trying to listen to see what I want. Take out the kick and the snare. No, we'll leave the kick and the snare, take out the hat and this. From here, I don't know, we'll go drop C, do it. So maybe we've been playing the bass for a while. We drop that out, drop the kicks and stuff out. And maybe we're just thinking an outro at this point. So come in, do one more copy. We'll just call this outro. Do it, mute. Maybe we leave just these two going. So let's say we figure that's all of our song. Next we're gonna I'm gonna hold menu, and we got song down here. So I'm just gonna tap song. It is got all of the parts of the sequence down here, so we can insert. It's gonna do that. I forgot how you do this correctly. It's been a little while since I've done it. We're just gonna insert a bunch. Go outro, build A, main A, drop B, build B, main B, bridge B, drop C, and outro. So we now have like a chain. So if I play this, we've now got a whole song going. You can hit record and do that. I'll give that a try in a second. They've changed just enough about how this works from 2 that like there's a few things I'm like, I don't quite know what it does. Man, guess I'm losing my voice. So I got to this point with the DiBiase Session 17 flip, and then what you would do next is you're going to hit convert to sequence, like this button here, and it's going to take everything and play it. Basically turns it into one long sequence. That's however many bars everything is. I did that, and it did not bring over all of my mutes. And I was like, I don't have the time to go fix this by hand by editing the automation and stuff. So kind of where I ended up for it. But we're going to try it now and see if it works better. I didn't think I had the hats playing in drop C, but maybe I did. Like I would say, like I just listening to that, like having the hats play there is wrong. So it could be come back out, go to drop C, hit mute. Yeah, take the hats out. So we've just like tweaked it. Now we've changed the not just the sequence drop C, but we've also changed it in the song. So if I come in and go into song mode, convert, let's see if it does. We want to include muted tracks. Whoops. Include muted tracks, do it. I don't know why. There we go. So now this should be yeah, this should have all the MIDI data for all the tracks. And it should have all the mutes. And it looks like it's carried over at least some of it. So now from here, like what I would do is start doing like manual record automation events like filter sweeps or bringing in like some different effects or whatever to kind of give it more interest, and maybe even add in like a few other tracks to add in some more like different sounds or things, or like just be like, hey, there should be like some hats going here or there. This seems like it's working correctly though, which is a good sign. Still needs some work on the mix. I think like the piano sounds a little too loud. Drums might need a little bit more work, but if you kind of like get used to doing this stuff, you can work fairly fast. That's weird. The outro sounds like it's got more stuff going on than... Oh, or is it just because we flipped over? I don't know. I'd have to look at it, but yeah, that's kind of the process I usually have used in firmware 3, a bit in firmware 2 as well, but it's a bit different how you operate this in firmware 2. So for what Sai was just saying, let me go to song mode. Let's go clear all this because we've exported it already. So you're saying I hit record and oh yeah, like, okay, that's easy enough. Well, thank you for that tip. I don't know if it did that in, maybe I knew it did that in firmware 2 or something. I feel like I've reprogrammed my brain and expectations for how things work too much for firmware 3, so I haven't quite kept up on how everything works. But I'll get there. Anyway, guys, I gotta go grab lunch. I'm getting hungry, and I'll just say thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.